Yeah, hi, Priti, hi, Manjeet, hi, Ahmed. Thank you guys for joining. And myself, Mahesh Dansena, and I'll be your tutor for this complete Fortiget training courses. Okay, where what we are going to be covered in this that we are going to discuss. So here is the concept. Okay, so in this course, we will discuss about the course content. Along with that, next day we'll discuss about the course introduction. Okay, and FortiGate lab setup will do. Okay, and along with we'll do the basic configuration. We'll start about the basic configuration in graphical user interface mode along with the CLI mode as well. And the same we can do for the Happy version for static and default routing in GUI and CLI. So guys, I'm just going to clear here. Whatever we will cover, every topic we'll cover in the first we'll cover into the graphical user interface mode. Then the same things we will cover into the CLI mode. Okay. Why CLI mode? Because in the graphical user mode, you can in many cases I have experienced like when we are doing in troubleshooting that time graphical user interface is not enough to get that error message or something. So when you know the every commands of the CLI in the of the any tech any firewall, then that time it is making very easier for you guys to understand that issues and it is very helpful for the T-suit. Okay, so we will cover all the concept in the graphically and command line interface based. Okay, so in both the mode we will cover all the concepts. Then after that we'll do the zone implementation, and after that, we will go for the RIP implementation in both the mode, okay, along with the RIP suite, okay, timer and the authentication we need to, okay. Generally, we are doing that, I believe you guys have completed the RIP, the routing protocol into SCC and CCNP. But here, there you might not completed the authentication, how to set up the authentication in an interface. So unauthorized or, because RIP is doing the broadcasting to their routing table and other their neighbors is also accepting the routing table without knowing anything, right? From where it is coming, the hello packet is coming is a valid or not, they don't know, right? Without checking anything, without verification, they are accepting and they are upgrading into their routing table to each other. That we need to cover, and also we'll check about the timers. Because we know like 30 second, 180 second, and 240 second we have a timers in RIP, but in the FortiGate we can change that. In Cisco also we are changing, but in the same way, there is a only limited timer we can set into this FortiGate firewall. Okay. After that, guys, we'll go for the network address translation introduction. And the network address translation is a very important topic for the any to maintain the any port forwarding, any to allow that outside user to access your internal servers, which is or your own devices server or the cloud-based server, wherever you're hosting your server, which you want to allow for the public user to access by hitting your public IP with the particular port number, how they can reach to your server and how they can not reach to your internal network. Okay, that we will cover. Okay, and we'll go with the user group authentication, site to site introduction, site to site VPN introduction. What is the VPN and their attributes, and what are the most important things that in IPsec VPN that we will cover in graphically and CLI as well in the routed based and template type and wizard base also we cover into these both. After that, guys, we can come with the IKE version 2 in the CLI. After that, we will go for the certificate based, how to configure IPsec VPN in the certificate based authentication, because in generally in the in a well organization is having their certificate server where they're creating the certificate and they're giving to the any devices to authenticate to their neighbors. Okay, how to do that? That we will cover. After that, we will cover that VPN policy based in the CLI along with Cisco router, Cisco ASA, along with the Palo Alto, Juniper. That from one side we will keep this kind of topologies we have. So in the FortiGate, if you check FortiGate, just a minute. In the FortiGate, we have a IPsec tunnel with a because you cannot accept that in other branches also they are using a FortiGate firewall only. So in these cases, you need to create multiple, different topologies. Okay, it's multiple different manufacturer also. Let's suppose this is your HO, like head office. Just a minute. I need to connect this. Just a minute. So this is your HO, the FortiGate, where this is your HO, okay, and all the branches are connected with the internet, okay. So this is your HO lane, and this is your another side, like another country. This is your another country. This is in your another country. This is also in another country. All are connected together by using internet. So internet is not secure, as we know. So in this scenario, how we are going to establish the tunnel, okay, secure tunnel, so that they can send and receive their packet in by each other in a secure manner, okay. So these are the things that we will cover. How to establish the IPsec tunnel from FortiGate to Cisco router, from FortiGate to Cisco ASA, from FortiGate to Juniper devices, from FortiGate to the Palo Alto. If required, we can add checkpoint also. If required, we can add a Sony pole as well. Okay. So no need to worry about this. So how their internal user, like every branch's internal user can communicate, because there is a multiple type of VPN. AD VPN is there, SSL VPN is there, remote to site VPN, right? And the IPsec VPN is there. So how about if the branch to branch wanted to establish the communication, how we are going to configure this? Because by doing the IPsec tunnel, only HO to BO will be communicated, but BO to BO cannot be communicated by using the IPsec. So in for that, we have a AD concept. Okay, so that also we will cover. I'll show you that topology into this AD and Fati, you know, real right? You have attended many classes before this, correct? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I think 2 class.
I think 2, 3 classes you attended, right? So AD is also very awesome concept in the VPN. So let me take a snapshot of this to explain you guys. So here, so here, let's suppose we have multiple branches also, okay, and all the branches are having a FortiGate only. And in the same way, all the branches are connected together by using a internet, and we are creating tunnel from here to here, from each branch to HO, and how they will communicate from. In this case, if the BO to BO wanted to establish the communication, then we don't need to do any other configuration. By establishing the communication, by establishing the tunnel between the HO to BO, BO firewall, the BO to BO communication can be also possible, but it is not possible at the same time when we are doing the IPsec VPN configuration, because that is possible, but for administrative purpose, that will be a very hectic, because you need to establish the create a tunnel from this B1 to B3, and from B3 to B4 to B1, you need to establish one another tunnel. Then only they will be make a they possible to communicate from BO to BOs. Okay, so these are the topics that we will cover. These are the very hot topic actually. And after that, if you talk about uh, transparent firewall, then why the transparent firewall is a requirement? Transparent firewall is a very useful also, but I'm not sure that we can get in everywhere. This is our network address translation topology, where we can uh, if I let me explain this topology to you. Okay, so this is our network address translation. Okay, so static net we will cover, static net for outside user, port address translation we can cover, and the destination net we can cover into this. So this will be our inside local area network. This will be your DMZ. This is also your demilitarization. So in this side, you are having a server where you are hosting HTTP and HTTPS based services. And here you have a some server into this. You are just allowing the telnet and SSH, not to other services. So how one person which is connected to the internet who is outside of the organization, and if they wanted to reach this server or this server by hitting this public IP of the interface, okay, with the port number 22 or 23, okay, with the port number 80 and 443, how you're going to establish. At the same time, you need to also protect that outside user cannot access to your inside network. They can access your demilitarized zone. So these are the very hot topics into that for any for everyone in every firewall technology that we cover all these things. Okay. After that, vwire we can do. Vwire is transparent firewall. Transparent firewall is nothing but we have to, you know, let's suppose you have one organization which is in running mode, and the running mode we can say they don't want to disturb the network, and at the same time the requirement is to be, you know, secure their network. That will we can do by vwire or the transparent. Both are almost remaining. Both are, you know, like a L3, L2 switches we are having, right? Multi-layer switches. So in the same time, we can use the firewall as a transparent, means as an L2, where we cannot, where we don't need to assign the IP, but we can avail the security profile services from the firewalls. Okay. And HA, high availability is there. So in the HA, if you talk about the HA we have to do. Okay. So this will become our HA topic. So let's suppose we have a one firewall that will become, you know, high availability for active and active passive mode will be there. If one firewall is down, the second firewall should be take the responsibility to take the, you know, packet request to the towards internet. Okay. At the same time, I'm planning to configure SD-WAN technology also with along with the HA, so that classes will be useful for you in future, because SD-WAN and HA both are using mostly in the nowadays. Okay, so I will cover both the concept in the single topology. We can connect one more ISP here, and how we are going to bundling their physical interface into the both the firewall, that we will see. Okay. After that, guys, we have a server load balancing, SLB. The server load balancing concept is also very important. And this facility is available into the Fortiget only, not other firewalls. And if you check, let's suppose there is a multiple, more than, like, you know, billions users are connected to the internet, and you are running some your organization is running some e-commerce websites where, like, Flipkart, Amazon. So you can the traffic will be coming in a very high modes. So how this firewall will distribute the traffic to each server in round robin mode and other modes as well, that we will see. Okay. And after that, guys, we have a admin profile. Admin profile is a very small concept. And after that, we can go with the VRRP. As you know, in a CCNA, you already completed how, but here we are going to do in a different way. In VRRP, in CCNA, you are using a single virtual IP, but here we will use a multiple virtual IP. Okay. So concept will be like this. We'll create a topology like this. Both the firewall is connected with the internet. But if you check here, we are using virtual IP 1 and virtual IP 2. Okay, in one side, the master is this side is on a backup, and the backup is this side in the master. So parallelly, we can see how to configure and what is the use of this concept. Okay, so AD VPN also, and Fortinet dial-up VPN, SSL VPN, and the SD-WAN, FSSO. Someone is trying to join FSSO as well. Uh, Safi, right?
Yeah, Shaf, welcome.
Hello.
So far.
Yeah, hi. Okay, so now after that, we can go for the virtual domains, VDOMs, and along with the link aggregation we can cover. Okay, and link aggregation is also very important topic, and link redundancy. Why these are the very important? Like if you are having a one, you know, single ISP. So all the cables will be the single, right? At the same time, we need to configure in the Ether channel and redundant. So that we will cover in upcoming classes. Okay. So after that, centralized. in the same way, we can learn about the 40 analyzer and the 40 manager technology, which is like centralized. You can get your logs of the more than thousand or whatever the route firewalls you have. Like let's suppose in your organization, there is a thousand FortiGate devices are using that all the devices logs you can get into the single devices that is called 40 analyzer. 40 analyzer is a kind of hardware devices only where we can collect all the firewall or other FortiGate devices, FortiGate devices logs into into the 40 analyzer only. In the same way, 40 manager is especially designed to handle and monitor and do the configuration in a single more than, let's suppose you are in your organization. Let's suppose there is 1,000 firewalls are there. Those 1,000 firewalls, how to centralize, how to manage, and how to centralize in a single time, that we have to cover. Okay, so these are the concept. After that, parallel path processing, these are the concept that we have to be covered. At the same time, guys, I'm not keeping here IP version 6. If you guys are interested to go with the IP version 6 also, so many other topics are there. That is also, I will suggest you guys to go with the, IPv6 as well. Okay. So whatever that we are going to configure, cover in this topic, that is the NAC 6 level, not NAC 4 or NAC 5. Because when you know about the, 40 analyzer and the 40 manager, that means you have completed your NSC level 6. By using this, by learning this concept, you'll be able to, you know, write the exam by yourself. Okay. And you'll become a, very the FortiGate firewall is a very user friendly. Okay. As compared to other firewall, I personally experienced this FortiGate dashboard is a very awesome. Okay. So lab setup and everything, I will help you guys. And this is our YouTube channel where you can go and you can find many others, pages I have completed. Okay. So Fatih, know about your friends, right? So you guys
Yes,
can
yes.
go and yeah. So your friends, I believe that you got a good feedback about me and the content, whatever that I have covered, and I have whatever that I have teach to your friends, right? So I believe these are the topics, and for more details, you can visit to this channel and you can find the in the playlist. And the FortiGate batches is available in the Hindi and English as well. Okay, so I will suggest you to go with the FortiGate English batch too, because English batch one, the voice issue is there, so you cannot find better explains here. So go with the FortiGate English batch too. Okay, and the same way we started the Palo Alto is also in the last night only, and today we are going to be complete. Cover some other basic configuration of the Palo Alto. So you guys are interested, so you can continue with that one as well. Okay, I'll share the link after some time only. We are going to start. Okay,
Okay.
so I think I'm done, guys. Do you have any query? Any question?
I will ask
Ati,
you. Yeah. Yes, sir. I will
yeah,
ask
please
you
tell me.
if it's including IB version 6 or it will be only IB version 4, because in the content there is only IB version 4. Did you add the course IB version 4 or you will stay like that?
Actually, we're getting some background sound from your side, brother.
I ask you, would you add or make including like IB version 6 or you will only uh, teach us IB version 4?
No, no. If I'm asking you, if you're fine with the IP version 6 also, then I can cover the both the things. Not only IPv4, I will cover IPv6 as well. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So in IP version 6, let me check where it is. Some other concept is there. Okay, like BGP is there, and yeah, I have some other where not here. So I will teach that one as well. Okay, in
Okay,
NSC6,
thank you, sir.
we will cover IPv6 as well. Okay,
Okay, okay.
let me verify if it is available. Then I can show what better we can do into this. Okay, so Yeah, in RIP version 6, we can go with the OSPF and RIP also in IPv4 and IPv6 as well. And anything else like BGP we can cover, okay, in IPv6. When you know how to access the firewall with IPv6, when you know how to configure IPv6 into that FortiGate firewall, then that is more than enough to handle any network. Okay, if there is a large network, also you can handle very easily in the FortiGate. Okay, guys. So, any other question, Pati?
No, no, thank you, sir. No, no, it's okay.
Okay. Monjer, Safi, Yahi, guys, open yourself and ask me question if anything.
Yes, sir. No question.
So what's the
Thank you
price
so
Great.
for
much.
the course?
Price will discuss, no problem. That because we have to be upload this into YouTube, right? Today's whatever we
Yeah.
had discussed, I will upload you. Then price after I'll stop the recording. Then we'll discuss about the price. Okay. So let me stop this.